Dad, I think it is raining in the kitchen. Kate Penford Hardgrave stayed up late. She was instructed to go to bed by Dad and Mom by 8 p.m. Kate decided she had to see the end of The Loving Giraffes. The ending episode was the talk of all the kids at Kate's school. Milch Elementary School. Kate was a second grader with lots of energy. The baby giraffe Owen decided to build a magic room in the kitchen in the Loving Giraffe series, and Kate decided that she would do the same. Owen, the baby giraffe in the Loving Giraffe series, decided that he wanted to hide his imaginary friends in the little space above the kitchen sink in his family's home. Kate wanted to do the same, of course. What better way to sneak downstairs and have milk and cookies with her magic princess friend? And Ryan, she thought she would give him a new name as well, than to hide him in the up above the ceiling in the kitchen where Mom and Dad would never suspect. The two would sing songs in a very low tone and run around the table while all were sleeping. Kate waited until Dad and Mom and the whole house was asleep. Kate waited until Dad and Mom and the whole house was asleep. She stood on a chair and tried to do the same as Owen did. She pulled something loose. Bang! Pow! Calling down her friend, hoping she could get some help. The whole ceiling seemed to have fallen down. It was actually only a few patches. But she pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled the straggly parts, hoping that she could pull it down and do a patch job. She thought no one would ever be the wisest. It did not work out so well for little Owen of the Loving Giraffe series, and neither did it work for Katie. Katie saw drops of water the second she started taking the umbrella from the hall closet and pulling. More of the ceiling came down. The water from the outside rain started to flood the kitchen. Katie got Mom's good soup jars. She then got Mom's good bowl. Later, she got Dad's exercising bag. There was nothing left to fill. Everything had been filled with water. Katie got everything that could hold water. She placed water in it. Katie had a decision to make. She could go and pretend she was asleep and she knew nothing of the water, or she could do as Dad instructed, always tell the truth. Katie took Dad at his word. Katie was sad because she thought Dad was going to be mad. Dad was not mad, he was glad. He had insurance on the ceiling and it did not need as much work as Katie originally thought. As a matter of fact, Dad and one of the neighbors did the patchwork themselves. He was not pleased that Katie was up pulling on the ceiling, but he was glad, not mad, that Katie told the truth.